friends, it's Miss Susanna, and today I'm going to read some stories to you. The first story I'm going to read is Wiggle and Waggle. It's a chapter story, so it has a couple of chapters in it. It's by Caroline Arnold and illustrated by Mary Peterson. So let's read Wiggle and Waggle. We're going to read a digging song, the first story in the book. It says, Wiggle and Waggle were worms. They lived in the garden all day long. They dug in the dirt. You see the holes they made in the dirt to go inside them? We're going to help our plants grow. These are potatoes. There's potatoes growing in this area of the garden. They slid between the beets. They looped around the carrots. They pushed under the peas. Their tunnels gave the plants room to grow. You see, they make little tunnels and holes so that the plants can grow more and the roots can grow all in these holes. That's why worms are so important for our gardens. This is hard work, moaned Wiggle. We will never be done. Let's sing a dig song, said Waggle. Wiggle and Waggle sang the high notes and Waggle sang the low notes. We wiggle and waggle, squiggle and squirm. Digging in dirt is the life of a worm. We dig and we sing all day long, our wiggly waggly gardening song. They dug long tunnels, short tunnels, fat tunnels, and thin tunnels. Soon all the garden rows were done. All done. What a good song, said Wiggle. It made our work so faster. Let's sing it one more time, said Waggle. We wiggle and waggle and squiggle and squirm. Digging in dirt is the life of a worm. We dig and we sing all day long, our wiggly waggly garden song. That was fun, said Wiggle. Yes, said Waggle. We are a good team. I agree, said Wiggle. Let's dig again tomorrow. A Big Rock, Chapter 2. Wiggle liked to dig fast. He zoomed around the corner. He zipped under the beans. He zagged between the potatoes. Sometimes Wiggle forgot to look where he was going. Bump! He hit something hard. Ouch! A rock was in his way. Wiggle tried to go over the rock. It was too high. He tried to go around the rock. It was too wide. There he is. Did you see him? He hit his head. This rock is too big, said Wiggle. I will have to move it. Wiggle took a deep breath. He pushed hard. The rock did not budge. Wiggle tried again. Still, the rock did not move. This rock is stuck, said Wiggle. Let me help, offered Waggle. Wiggle and Waggle leaned against the rock. 1, 2, 3, push, said Waggle. Wiggle and Waggle pushed. The rock began to roll. They worked together. Hooray, shouted Wiggle. Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, push. Little by little, they rolled the rock out of the garden, down the hill, and into a ditch. Kerp, plunk. Thank you, said Wiggle. Now I can dig fast again. I was happy to help, said Waggle. That's what friends are for. Chapter 3, a day off. Oh, what do worms do when they have the day off? Let's see. Wiggle and Waggle worked hard every day. The plants grew big and strong. Let's take a day off, said Wiggle. How about a picnic, said Waggle. I will bring dirt rows and bug juice, said Wiggle. I will make a mud pie, said Waggle. Wiggle and Waggle packed their food. They climbed to the top of the hill. Too windy, said Wiggle. They went to the woods. Too shady, said Waggle. They slid to the pond. Too many bugs. Wiggle and Waggle looked up at the sky. A big dark cloud was coming their way. Rain began to fall. We can't stay here, said Waggle. It's too wet. Wiggle and Waggle hurried back to the garden. They slid under a pail. "Let's wait here," said Wiggle. Splish splash, the rain poured down. "I'm hungry," said Wiggle. "Have a dirt roll," said Waggle. Soon all the dirt rolls were gone. Pitter patter, the rain poured down. "I'm thirsty," said Wiggle. "Have some bug juice," said Waggle. Soon they drank the last drop. Yum, bug juice. Do you guys like bug juice? Flip plop, the rain poured down. "Something sweet would taste nice," said Wiggle. "Have some mud pie," said Waggle. Soon they ate the last slice. "What a good picnic," said Wiggle. "Yes," said Waggle. "We picked the perfect spot." Chapter 4, Too Much Mud is what this one's called. The rain stopped at last. Everything was soaked. A big puddle filled the middle of the garden. Wiggle and Waggle slid across the wet dirt. They looked into the puddle. They saw the sky. They saw the garden plants. "Look," said Wiggle. "We can see us. We are muddy all over," said Waggle. "What a mess," said Wiggle. "I have an idea," said Waggle. "Let's go for a swim." He jumped into the water. "Last one is a rotten egg," shouted Waggle. Wiggle jumped in after him. "Splash! I will beat you to the other side," he yelled. Wiggle swam on his back. Waggle swam on his side. They raced across in the puddle. Soon the sun came out. The air grew warm. The puddle grew smaller. "It was time to get out," said Waggle. Wiggle and Waggle dried off in the grass. "Look," said Wiggle. "No more mud." "Yes," said Waggle. "Rain is good for the garden. It also helped us get clean." Chapter 5, A Good Job. The summer days passed. Wiggle and Waggle dug and dug. The corn grew big. The tomatoes grew fat. The beans grew long. They were ready for picking. We did a good job," said Waggle. "Now we can rest until spring." "Yes," said Wiggle, "after I dig one more tunnel." "Can I help?" said Waggle. "No," said Wiggle. "I am making a surprise." Wiggle dug deep in the dirt. Waggle waited while Wiggle worked. At last Wiggle was done. "Follow me," he said. Wiggle slipped into a tunnel. Waggle slid after him. They dipped and climbed. They did fancy twists. "This is odd," said Waggle. "The tunnel shapes are just like letters." He slid through the tunnel again. He said each letter out loud. W-I-G-G-L-E. W-A-G-G-L-E. "Oh," he shouted. "The tunnels spell our name." "Yes," said Wiggle. "What a nice surprise," said Waggle. They slid through the tunnels one more time. "I like to dig," said Wiggle. "Me too," said Waggle. "Let's do it again next year," said Wiggle. "We can zip and zag and zoom again." "Yes," agreed Waggle. "It will be fun." "We will make the best garden ever," said Wiggle. Then Wiggle and Waggle opened their mouths and sang, "We wiggle and waggle, squiggle and squirm. Digging in dirt is the life of a worm. We dig and we sing all day long. Our wiggly waggly garden song." The end. Oh, I think I'm going to tell you a story about Wiggle and Waggle. I don't have my worms today, but we can use our fingers as worms, right? So there was two friends named Wiggle and Waggle, and they both lived on the hill. They opened their doors and they went inside and they closed them. One day they were on their hill in their house, and Wiggle decided he wanted to go play with Waggle. So he opened the door, he came out, and he went up the hill, down the hill, up the hill, down the hill, up the hill, and he knocked on Waggle's door. Knock, 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 knock. But Waggle didn't answer. "Hello, Waggle, are you home? I want to play." Waggle did not answer. He was sleeping. So he's like, "Oh, I guess I'll try again later." So he left. He went down the hill, up the hill, down the hill, up the hill. He opened his door and went inside and decided to eat some lunch and take a nap. While he was taking a nap, Waggle decided he wanted to go play with his friend Wiggle. So he opened the door, he came out, and he went down the hill, up the hill, down the hill, up the hill, until he got to his house and he knocked. Knock, 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 knock. "Wiggle, are you home? Hello, Wiggle." But Wiggle was sound asleep and didn't hear him. He's like, "Oh, I guess I'll try again later." So he went down the hill, up the the hill, down the hill, up the hill. He opened his door and he went inside. Soon they were both awake and they were cleaning their house and they decided they wanted to play with their friend. So they both at the same time opened the doors and came out and they went down the hill, up the hill, down the hill, up the hill, and they met each other and they were so excited. They played and played and played and played and played until it was time to go home for dinner. And then they said, it was so much fun playing with you. I went to your house. I miss you. I wanted to play with you, but you were sleeping. You were sleeping too. I'm glad we got to play. And so then they left. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye. I'll see you tomorrow. We'll play again. And they went down the hill, up the hill, down the hill, up the hill. They opened the door. They went inside. And it was time for them to have dinner and go to bed until tomorrow. The end. Thank you for listening to my stories. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.